Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I'm fine. I'm in the village and the weather is also fantastic, as you can see. It rained the whole of yesterday evening until night. So the village here is a bit cold, but the weather is fantastic. The sun is already out there. William Ruto is very angry, and William Ruto is very bitter with President Uhuru Kenyatta. And from all indications, William Ruto is determined to drag President Uhuru Kenyatta into the matter of the three foreigners who are found with suspicious election materials. I want us to look at why William Ruto is very bitter and very angry with President Uhuru Kenyatta, especially on this IEBC saga. We all know that the three foreigners, according to IEBC, are their staffs. The DCI have already issued a comprehensive statement, and that statement I'm going to do a critical analysis about it, because from that statement, the three foreigners were not invited into this country by IEBC. The three foreigners are not employees of Smartmatics, and neither are they employees of any organization which was supposed to provide any service to IEBC. So I'll do a comprehensive analysis about that statement by the DCI. But for now, I want us to try and look at why William Ruto is committed in dragging the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta into this matter. Because according to William Ruto, he's suggesting three things. That the arrest of these three foreigners is part and parcel of a strategy by President Uhuru Kenyatta and the deep state to coerce the IEBC to favor Raila Odinga. And I'm asking myself, if these guys are in the country illegally, if whatever they are doing, assuming what they are doing is not in line with the mandate they were supposed to do, how is that going to aid Raila Odinga? And what was their real objectives? So according to Ruto, the arrest of these three foreigners is actually a strategy to coerce IEBC to favor Raila Odinga. Number two, William Ruto is also suggesting that the main reason why the DCI, the government, and the rest are fighting these gentlemen is because they want to force the use of manual register. Of course, in this country, there has been this contention about the use of manual register. And when Raila Odinga speaks normally, I always tell people that when Raila Odinga says that your wife is pregnant, please just go ahead and purchase some Pampers. Raila Odinga was very clear in his mind that the IEBC must make available the manual register. IEBC is in agreement with William Ruto that they are not going to use the manual register. And based on the information which are now emerging, the company which IEBC contracted has actually messed up elections in not less than 3 countries. In one of the countries, they inflated figures in Venezuela by 1 million, and the company itself confessed. So when Raila Odinga says that they're not going to allow IEBC to just conduct elections minus the manual register, they know what they are saying. But William Ruto and his team are also you can listen to them, and they're also right that manual register can actually give room for anybody to steal the votes. So IEBC should just go by the law, for example, and say you'll be identified. If you can't be found, then the next step, you are identified. If you can't be found, the next step is simple. Go for the register. But let us wait and see. Number 3, William Ruto is also suggesting that President Uhuru Kenyatta is frustrating these guys because he wants the elections to be postponed. For me, if you ask me, William Ruto is just playing to the gallery. There is no way this election is going to be postponed. And whatever William Ruto is saying is actually closely related to what Wafula Chebukati is saying. And someone was asking me, why is Wafula Chebukati and William Ruto speaking the same language? And when I did the two analyses, I was very clear that the tone of the statements by IEBC were very close to the tone of William Ruto's speeches. So in this video, let us look at why William Ruto is trying to drag the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta, because he can't just drag the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta without any objectives. And just like I keep on saying, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. What political objective is William Ruto trying to achieve by dragging the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta? If these guys are not working for IEBC, the DCI have actually released evidence that even their passport expired, the passport they used, that they were never invited into this country by IEBC. They were invited by a specific individual. And that when they arrived into the country, they were not going to go into an office of any IEBC official or any other related person. They were in an apartment, and from that apartment, someone else was supposed to pick them up. But why is William Ruto insisting on dragging the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta? Before we get into all those details, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, let us get back to the main issue. Why is William Ruto bitter, angry with President Uhuru Kenyatta? The first reason why he's bitter and angry with President Uhuru Kenyatta is that William Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta worked together very closely 2013, 2017. If they rigged the elections in the last election, they did it together, which means President Uhuru Kenyatta understands what William Ruto is capable of doing. Uhuru Kenyatta also understands what William Ruto is fully capable of doing. So the truth of the matter is that because Ruto was in charge of Jubilee elections in 2013 and 2017, because he was given that mandate based on his personality, if there was rigging, he was part of it. So Uhuru Kenyatta understands what Ruto is capable of doing. So he has been monitoring these guys. And when the DCI caught up with these guys, now the deputy president is in trouble. And he must be bitter because his schemes, the president understands his schemes. So that's number one. The president understands William Ruto's schemes, and therefore the deputy president must just be bitter. Number two, President Uhuru Kenyatta has access to the intelligence reports. So if these foreigners arrived in the country, rest assured that the president was already briefed on why they were arrested, their mission, whom they were supposed to meet, and the rest. These intelligence reports, the president is now using to thwart William Ruto's schemes of rigging the elections. One sure thing which you might have noticed was the determination of William Ruto to succeed his boss against all odds. William Ruto and his team have been showing signs of confidence, actually overconfidence, and Kenyans were like, why would this guy be so confident of an election which is yet to be conducted? Now the president has the intelligence, he has thwarted these guys, and therefore that intelligence is going to use to aid Raila Odinga. And that is what is worrying William Ruto. And he must be very bitter with the President Uhuru Kenyatta, because without being bitter with the president, it means Uhuru Kenyatta will continue thwarting his moves, spending, like, I just want to give you an example. Assuming, I'm not saying that Ruto is working with these guys, but assuming it was part of his schemes with this Chebukati to have these gentlemen manage the elections, yeah? How do you think he planned for it? It must have taken him a lot of time, a lot of planning, a lot of strategy, a lot of scheming, even a lot of money to bring these guys together, organize for them to meet this guy, every other thing. So if those efforts are being thwarted, do you think he can be happy with the president? He can't. Number three, I think it's also President Uhuru Kenyatta's timing. Uhuru Kenyatta has been dealing with William Ruto perpendicularly. Like when the deputy president had just made the use of the cost of unga his campaign agenda, the president came, lowered the cost. So which means there is no way the president would go, the deputy president would go outside there and campaign using the cost of living. When the deputy president just thought that, okay, the he was going to, just after the election, that he was going to use the deep state. The president then decided to lock him out of government when he thought that he was going to raise enough money from government parastatals, because he was part of the government. What Uhuru did, just to remove his people so that new people were on board. So Uhuru Kenyatta's timing is something which is bothering William Ruto and is making him very, very angry and very bitter. Number 4, why he's bitter, I think because Uhuru Kenyatta is frustrating him. So he's been trying to lay grounds. He's bitter with Uhuru so as to lay the grounds to reject the results. He would say that Uhuru Kenyatta's government is responsible basically for the win of Raila Odinga, maybe because they used government resources and some things like that. And lastly, he's angry and bitter because he wants sympathy as an outsider. William Ruto wants to project himself as an outsider in government. So the 3 foreigners are coming into the country. They are kicked out because of reasons which the DCI is now saying, because where we are as a country now, we have to either believe the deep state or believe, we either have to believe the deep state or believe Chebukati. But for me, I can't believe Chebukati because IEBC, as currently constituted, cannot preside over free, fair and credible elections. So once these guys are kicked out, William Ruto gets angry. By getting angry, he hopes to mobilize his support base. He hopes to seek sympathy. And then after that sympathy, then he hopes that things are going to work in his favor. I don't know what you think. That's my take. And please, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, take a second or two, click that subscribe button. As you all are all aware, I might not be consistently posting, but I'll try as much as I can, because my bro lost the wife in Garissa, and we are actually preparing the ground for, we are arranging for the funeral. We had planned to bury on 30th, and there's a request we are receiving from most of his friends in Garissa because of the distance. They want us to push it a bit towards the end of the month, so I'll brief you guys. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.